Hello everyone. Melissa the acupuncturist here. I got a question. I actually get this question a fair bit, but one of my patients who was transferring this week, yay, was like, any last minute tips for embryo transfer? So I was like, ooh, that's a good video. So let's talk about the best practices to prepare your body for embryo transfer. First of all, I'm Melissa Mayer. I'm an acupuncturist and fertility coach in San Antonio, Texas, with over a decade of experience treating women going through fertility treatments. I have an online course called the IVF Acupressure Academy. So it takes you through acupressure, so needling or putting pressure on the same points that I needle here in clinic on my patients every day. So you can get the same effects with acupressure. And so I've got protocols for IVF injections, for frozen embryo transfer, for the 2-week wait, for the day of transfer, and male partners. So if you're interested in that, you go to ivf-acupressure.com. You can sign up for my email list. I have a whole bunch of fun information that I talk to fertility patients and fertility clients about all the time. And if you like this content, you can like and subscribe. I would appreciate it. Also, none of this is medical advice. I'm just a girl on the internet, and always ask your doctor before starting any of this. But let's get into it. So we are really for transfer, and especially for frozen transfers. If you're doing fresh transfers, a lot of this applies too. But your body, you will be doing IVF injections, and so then we need to focus on both uterus and ovaries. But really for transfer, we're focused on circulation to the uterus, microcirculation, so blood flow to the uterine artery, because of course as we age, fewer and fewer resources go to the reproductive system because it's the lowest hanging fruit. Brains and hearts and lungs and everything like that is more important than the reproductive system. So really we're all about driving energy and resources back into that uterine artery so they can nourish the artery, the uterus and ovary. So and then diet, diet's very important. Physical practices, and then mind body stuff too. We'll get into that in a little second. But this all, it contributes to overall wellness, uterine lining, and egg quality. So let's talk about diet a little bit. Some things to consider. Really, really, really need to get a whole lot of protein in your diet. 75 milligrams a day. If you're tracking, hopefully maybe 25, 30 grams of protein between the 3 meals and some snacks. Both, if we're doing a retrieval, fertilization is a very high energy demanding process, and so really giving our eggs and sperm the building blocks that they need to fertilize. And then when we're doing a transfer, growing a kid takes a lot of energy, and so really trying to get as much protein in as possible. Hopefully you're not super nauseous, because that's what happens to my patients when they're pregnant. It's just hard to get protein in, but find ways to get in protein. I should do another video about that on how to get a lot of protein in, sneaking in like collagen in your avocado toast, doing egg salad, keeping nuts by your bed, that kind of thing. So, and then anti-inflammatory foods. We really, really, really want to cut inflammatory foods out of our diet. So anything that's like in a box, anything that's frozen meals, terrible. They all have I've just never found anything that's dense in nutrient quality, and so hopefully you can do some meal prep, and really cook at home with lean organic meats, or organic veg, and fruits, and then some whole grains. So like I said, down here, half your plate is veggies, a quarter of a plate is high quality protein, and then a quarter of a plate are whole grains and legumes. And then antioxidants are super important. So again, fruits, veg. We really want that that DNA protective quality of or characteristic of antioxidants when we're trying to get pregnant. So eat foods that nourish your body and not make it work harder. Again, those kind of inflammatory foods are not great. If you know that something pisses your body off, so oftentimes gluten and or dairy and or eggs are offenders, and so you'll see just inflammation. So you'll see bowel changes where you're like, oh God, now I'm either loose stool or constipated. If you know that you have food triggers, don't eat them. Avoid them while you're trying to get pregnant. So and then hydration, obviously, lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of water, at least 72 ounces or half your body weight. So, and then some good fertility foods. We love bone broth in Chinese medicine. It's amazing. It's super gut healing. It's got amazing collagen in it, so it's got that protein in it, and then good amino acids. So that's a good way to get in protein. You can make oatmeal or congee with your organic bone broth if you don't really like the taste of it. But try and sneak it in anywhere. Healthy fats, so avocado, raw nuts and seeds. So try not to do like roasted, salted nuts, because oftentimes they'll put inflammatory oils in it. I looked at a package the other day. Just read your labels. Any of those like seed oils, like grapeseed oil, sometimes that they or sunflower oil that they like roast the nuts in, inflammatory oils. So raw Brazil nuts, raw pumpkin seeds, flax seeds are always good. Beets and leafy greens for iron sources, non-meat iron sources. Uterine tonics like red raspberry leaf tea is really good to, but you can substitute your coffee with red raspberry leaf tea. And fertility teas. There are a number of like nice little herbal fertility teas that you can get. I mean, I don't love ordering stuff on Amazon, but you can get stuff at Whole Foods or Sprouts or stuff like that too. So uterine tonics are really good. Red superfoods. So anything like anything red is good for blood in Chinese medicine. And so things like raspberries, goji berries. We love goji berries. You can put goji berries in your oatmeal or congee. Acai berries. I did a whole video on how good acai is for egg quality. You can find that in the library. And then we love desiccated organs. So like things like beef liver are super, super powerful food to, again, get that protein source, get some of the micronutrients that we don't often get from food. So yeah, desiccated organs, I know it doesn't sound great, but it's super, super healthy. So, and then supplements, if we're doing just a transfer, this is different than, doing an IVF retrieval, because hopefully you're supplementing with antioxidants like CoQ10, maybe a little N-acetylcysteine, maybe a little L-carnitine, alpha-lipoic acid. Those are all like really vitamin C, vitamin E. Those are all really good antioxidants that protect the eggs. But for frozen transfers or for fresh transfers and pregnancy, really you need a high quality prenatal. Thorn is my favorite. If y'all know me, Thorn is amazing. Fish oil with both DHA and EPA in it. So Thorn makes a really good, it's called prenatal DHA. And then vitamin D if you're low. So those are my 3 for pregnancy. So those are supplements. And then mental and physical, acupuncture. Of course, I'm an acupuncturist. Of course, I'm going to say acupuncture because it's really good at getting that circulation to the ovaries, to the uterus, really good at that microcirculation and increasing blood flow and attention back to that uterine artery, so it can kind of more robustly feed the reproductive system. And then acupressure, if you don't have access to somebody like me, or if you hate needles, if you live super far and again you don't have access to an acupuncturist, or if you're just too busy, you can do acupressure from the comfort of your couch. And that again, IVF-acupressure.com. Castor oil packs. I love castor oil packs. So basically you put castor oil on your low abdomen, a towel, and a heating pad. And that's a DIY castor oil pack. You can buy them on Amazon, but that's just like a little belt that you put on. But all you really need is castor oil, towel, heating pad. Couple of 2-3 times a week if you're doing frozen transfer. If you're doing IVF, like if you're doing a retrieval, no castor oil packs during injections. That's my only thing. fertility meditations. Circle and Bloom makes really, really great fertility meditations that my acupuncture patients actually like to listen to while they're on the table. They have one for everything, like IVF, frozen transfer, 2 week wait. Yeah, so they're really super popular and really high quality. So, and then fertility affirmations. You can also Google these. I have some of these in my online course. Some fertility affirmations that are super helpful. Patients just like to kind of have that in their mindset that they are going to get pregnant, and just really repeating that so your brain believes it. And then moderate exercise, no hit workouts. If you guys are CrossFitters or, hit workers or hit workouters or like Orange Theory, just take it down a notch. Early pregnancy is a very precarious time, and, just moderate exercise, tootle around the block, maybe some very light weights, just chill out on the hardcore exercise, moderate exercise. So I hope that helps. Baby dust to you if you're transferring. Fingers crossed for a positive pregnancy test. And I hope this helps. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.